99% of Upwork beginners don't know the basics of freelance and agency business. They come to Upwork and make the same mistakes as millions of others. Unfortunately, I also fell into this trap. I made all the possible mistakes while growing my Upwork agency. But listen, I want you to follow a different road. I want to guide you straight to making serious money on the platform. So today I will share my 5 lessons, which I earned through 500 days of daily grind on the platform. But before we dive in, I'm Anton. On this channel I share my journey from the day I started freelancing to building a world-class digital agency. Alright, let's get started. You want to grow fast. The biggest obstacle to this is your blind spots in understanding the business. To eliminate them, you need to ask more questions. When possible, hop on introduction call. I have never refused to jump on a call with a potential client. Now, I feel relaxed and confident on any call. But when I started, I wasn't. My English was broken. You can check the first videos on this channel. But despite that, I dialed in and asked questions. What is your minimal goal and what would be a slam dunk? What have you tried so far? Do you have any examples of the top performance in your niche? After you interview 20-30 clients, you will form a portrait of them, understand them better, and adjust your communication to be straight to the point. This will help you increase your sales and accelerate your growth. Again, you continue asking questions even when you have completed the task. When the dust settles, you ask about the client's overall experience working with you and what you can improve for the next project. The next lesson is about the core of the agency business. Collect testimonials like rich people collect watches. You will change your behavior immediately when you realize the main criteria for clients choosing contractors. It may surprise you, but reputation will always beat skill. In other words, a client will likely choose a contractor with a worse portfolio, but better feedback. Therefore, there is nothing more important in the freelance and agency business than collecting feedback. My strategy for collecting feedback on Upwork is simple. After we achieve a certain milestone like 50 hours built, I ask the client to mark the contract as successfully completed and migrate to an identical one. 9 out of 10 do it for me. Your feedback is undoubtedly directly linked to good work and excellent communication. But even if you provide all of that, the client can keep your contract active for months and sometimes years. So the method I mentioned above is meant to stack feedback actively. The next lesson is about a deep understanding of your role. When a client hires, you should understand his actual goals. This is what happens when a person comes for a YouTube edit to Left in Studio. I'm interviewing him and asking him what goal he is pursuing. But I always remember that people may be humble or discreet and don't reveal their true intentions at once. So when I hear that a client wants to produce content around my business, I know it's a lie. He wants to grow the audience, increase sales, or build his personal brand. There might be different reasons to invest money and energy into YouTube, but your relationship won't last long if a client doesn't get what he wants. You may refuse it for as long as you want, but you have to attach yourself to a measurable result that your client gets. Whether it's a landing page conversion, the number of leads, or YouTube subscribers, the main thing is to keep your eye on the measurable metric. I also understand that you can't always guarantee the result. In YouTube production, aside from hosts, there are producers, scriptwriters, operators, and editors. You can expect a good result only if there is a quality work at every stage. And by the way, this is the main reason I transitioned from being a freelancer to starting an agency. You can only guarantee the result if you are responsible for the processes at every stage. To build lasting relationships with clients, you must become an excellent communicator. This lesson should be taken seriously, especially by non-native speakers like me. And we are not talking about having some basic communication skills. Your communication should be impeccable in both writing and speaking. The competition on Upwork is so intense that you have no choice but to work hard on your skills. Here are a few books I can recommend to improve your business and sales copywriting. The Adweek Copywriting Handbook by Joseph Sugarman, The Elements of Style by William Strunk and E.B. White, and The Baron Letters by one and only Gary Halbert. To improve your speaking, you need only a lot of practice, read a lot, learn phrases, and create content for social media. Now, let's move to the final lesson that would save you a lot of time and energy. No matter what, develop the skill set of a laser-focused specialist. I guarantee that you will be tempted to find some work in neighboring niches. It's natural, since your profile as a newcomer won't bring enough clients. A low conversion rate should be a sign for you to strengthen your profile, but not to chase the low-hanging fruits elsewhere. My advice is to embrace the competition and the simple fact that your profile isn't trustworthy enough to convert. It would be the first step. The second is to start working on improving the situation. Start with making an introduction video. I recently released the third version of mine. Get the best certification you can attain in a short period of time. Update your portfolio often, revise your cover letter and profile description. Get the idea that to succeed in the long run, you have to build the profile with the strongest artifacts that prove your mastery of the game. That's all from me for now. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more guidance for growing your freelance and agency business. In this episode, I revealed my secrets for building a strong profile. But how do I actually monetize it? I share my strategy for effortlessly attracting new clients in this simple guide to getting 241 Upwork invites this year.